directly impacted. So we were kind of talking before the show, and we were just like, there's so many players in the NBA who don't get a ton of shine, whether publicly or like wherever.
Yeah.
And before we end this episode, I wanted to just run a couple names by you and get your opinion on if this player is underrated. So I put together this list just because these are these are five guys I think, whether it's coverage or whatever, I just think are very, very underrated in the NBA.
Okay.
I want to start with Austin Reaves. We mentioned him earlier.
Austin Reaves was very, very underrated the first 2 years. No, I don't think he's underrated anymore. I think people know like he's Austin Reaves, and if you.
So he's like solidified. He's that third option.
Yeah, no,
right?
I think he's solidified not as a third option, as a guy who could hurt you.
Gotcha.
If you let him. So now we know. So don't let him.
Maybe that's the segment. Can this guy hurt you?
That's the segment. I like that. Let's add that.
All right, cool. We're just going to do it right now. I feel like this guy gets no coverage. When he's healthy, he's a dog on the court. Can this guy hurt you? Scottie Barnes.
100%. But he's not underrated, though. But he's a franchise player. He's got the max like. Isn't he got like a huge contract as well?
I think he's got a big contract.
Yeah,
I just feel like you just never hear about him.
Yeah, just because now he hasn't played, but he's not underrated. Like he's their guy for Toronto, right? And especially now with RJ and Emmanuel and all these other guys adding to the mix, but like you can't say he's underrated. Like he's their guy. Like that's how you.
I just feel like I like his game, and I'll bring him up to people, and they were like, "Yeah, he's cool."
Okay, maybe to the fans, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but maybe if your contract starts with a certain dollar amount, you can't be under.
You can't.
So the rest
be
of this
underrated.
list might be shot, but I gotta get your opinion on it. Bucks fans, plug your ears. Payton Pritchard.
Payton Pritchard. Listen to me. If I could take one guy outside of the Celtics, like if the Celtics today, you told me tomorrow, you have one button, and one of those guys won't play against you ever again from the Celtics. That's Payton Pritchard. I didn't say Jaylen Brown. I didn't say Jason Tatum. I didn't say Kristaps Porzingis. I didn't say Drew Holiday. I did not say Al Horford. I said Payton Pritchard. So underrated.
Before you explain that, I just want to reiterate what you said. If you were able to make one player from every team never play against you again.
Never play, not against me, just take them away from their team.
Yep. You're taking Payton Pritchard off the Celtics. Of
course.
People are going to have some thoughts on that. Explain
you can
why.
have as many thoughts. We can clip this and you can underneath the comment. And I can explain exactly why it is.
The floor is yours.
So I'll give you an example. Have you watched the games? Did you watch the game against Chicago?
The Celtics game or the Bucks game in Chicago or the Celtics game?
No. Celtics in Chicago.
Yeah, I think I actually did watch that one.
You watched the whole game?
Because did he hit a buzzer beater to end one of the quarters there? Like he does.
Forget about the buzzer beaters. When all of them don't have it, they're not feeling it. This is the guy who always does. I am telling you, this guy is so underrated. He's a dog. Like this guy, I can't explain this. I've seen clips and I study the game. I'm not just saying stuff just say, oh yeah, I'm a big fan. No, I study the game. I see this guy playing one-on-one outside court. This guy has so much love for basketball. So that's dangerous when you got so much love for basketball and you ready to rock. So like I said, from the Celtics, if I could say like, hey, I don't want to play against him. I don't want to play against him. Take him out. Rest. I'll play against the rest.
Fair enough. Cool. I like the explanation there. I think
yes. And
people would assume it'd be this other player.
No, people can assume that, but like it's things. And the reason I say that is because he's underrated.
I got one. All right, cool.
He's so underrated.
Jalen Suggs.
I think he's underrated. Very much underrated.
I know he got the extension, but like...
Yeah, no, he did have the extension. I just feel like, first of all, he has another player who's underrated as well. I'll tell you why. Jalen Suggs is very, very underrated because I think he's one of the best defenders in the league. I think he's
That's not something people talk about.
Yeah, they don't talk about that. Just go watch film. Watch his games. Mm-hmm. Watch his games, you'll see. I think one of the ones... And they have a defensive team, so... One of the best defenders in the league, I feel like.
And then the last guy I got for you here.
And then let me add one to the list.
Okay.
You know who's underrated? Franz Wagner.
Yeah.
Franz Wagner. No, he got paid. Don't get me wrong. Yep. He got paid. But he's underrated. You know what? That guy is an all-star.
An all-star.
Watch how he plays. Watch his numbers. We just don't feel like it because we like it's Orlando.
See, that's the thing. Guy. That's what I'm getting at with this list. Is there's guys who are just like,
yes,
it's Orlando, it's Toronto, it's Charlotte, it is who it is.
Another guy, Dennis Schroeder, so underrated.
He's having a good year.
He's joking. He's so underrated.
He's had a good decade.
Yes, but he's underrated because they haven't really got paid this gazillion amount of money, or he hasn't. He's so underrated.
Last guy I got for you.
Who?
I think he's been underrated. This might be his 9th, 10th season in the NBA. Miles Turner.
I cannot say he's underrated because we scout, like, you scout for Miles. Like, that's their guy. That's their 5-man. He
So
got
when
paid
you're
as well.
preparing for them, he's
Yes.
okay.
Yes, that's how underrated comes in. You don't say just because I feel like because people don't talk about him. The thing is, it's not about who talks about who, it's about what the teams do. Who do we get ready for?
See, that's something interesting that I want to bring to the show then when we're talking about reactions to games. As we've done it, we did a reaction to the Bucks' last game against the Wizards. That's up, and all these other recent games. Because I'm curious who, outside of the superstar names, right, that you guys are like legitimately scouting for. Because when last year against the Pacers, it was all about Tyrese, right? Like it was all Halliburton this, Halliburton that. Then they had
and I can give you who else is underrated in the Pacers. I'm gonna tell you that as well.
throw it out there. I think I know who you're gonna go with,
Who?
but I want to see. Does his first name have 2 letters? I thought you were gonna go McConnell.
Oh yeah, obviously. But TJ, no, TJ is the guy now. We already know how he does. Name Huddle's very underrated.
Yeah.
Name Huddle is just low.
I said some mean things about him behind his back too.
No, maybe I did it as a player. And Naismith as well. Those 2 guys.
Both of those, I said a lot
guys.
of mean things about. Tyrese, he got a free pass. He's a Wisconsin guy. But during
Obi
that playoff
Toppin as
series
well.
last year,
No, that whole team was so underrated. Like, we just feel like the whole team was just like, oh, young and young and young, but young and young and young.
But and that's the thing where Miles Turner's been doing this for a decade there, and I feel like those are the guys you just mentioned, the 3-point shooters. They got all the shine, right? Miles Turner had a couple quarters where he would come in and hit
The guy,
2 threes in a row, 2 trips on the floor.
But I expect that. That's what we.
Okay.
Not expect that. He's a great player. I just don't feel. I can't put him in the same category as Payton Pritchard because Payton Pritchard is the guy who makes the shots and you don't expect that he makes them. You're like, now you don't expect. You know he's gonna make it, but you're like, again, another one. Like you're like, okay.
It's always so annoying.
Exactly. So that what does that mean?
Yeah.
He's underrated. That means that we don't expect that because once we start expecting that, it's gone.
Okay.
It's off the table.
All right, so this new segment is going to be called the Payton Pritchard segment.
No, it's going to be called Who Can Hurt You?
Who Can Hurt You?
Right.
Inspired by Payton Pritchard. So, yeah, we're going to get to that. I'll come up with some more of these as we go throughout the season.
You go crazy. We'll try to give you
out
guys as much as we can every 2 days, every 3 days to give you guys a show. And I think like that's kind of our motto now. And
that's what we're doing. Thanks for following along. Close it out.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Gruber Law Offices. You guys are amazing. I want to thank Our Bliss. You guys have been with us from the beginning of the show. I want to thank Potawatomi Casinos and Hotels. You guys are amazing. Please like, share, subscribe to the show. Follow us on the socials. And you guys are growing the show. It's been amazing. Analysis. Oh.